Welcome, welcome, family and friends, to Maria Loves to Talk. You guys and gals, how are you doing? Are you doing great? Getting ready for the holidays? You getting ready for Halloween? Or should I say Halloweening? We are so ready. And then I'm so ready for it to be over. I'm already ready for Thanksgiving to be over. We've already went out and bought 3 hams. So you know I'm ready, and I'm ready for Christmas. You guys, what this video, or should I say these videos I'm doing today, tomorrow, the rest of this weekend, again, I have talked about over and over. What have we been talking about these last 2 years, or recently the last 8 months or so? Not war on drugs, war on women. All women, young, old, blue, green, red, yellow, Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Arab. There is a war on women. We've got young men, old men, middle-aged men, disabled men, rich men, poor men, educated men, uneducated men, luring, praying, not like pray, P-R-A-Y, but P-R-E-Y, attacking, plotting, and manipulating women and girls. So in this video, the 3 ladies that I will be talking about today will be Christa Gilley, Monique Bowe, Amara Banks. All these 3 ladies live in different parts of the United States, but they all came to the same demise at the hand of a man that they loved, that they had children for. I'm sorry, not with Monique Bowe. Excuse me, Monique Bowe, it was not at the hands of her man, but something even more sinister. Go get you some snacks. Come on back. Let's get into these videos. If the video is not for you, I understand, you guys. I understand. It's heartbreaking. It's heart-gutting. It's sad. It's disturbing. You can make your own video, and there's a billion videos on YouTube. So you know what I say. Get to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. This one is from Houston. The man accused of strangling his pregnant wife remains behind bars. 38-year-old Lee Mongerson Gilley. I've never heard of that kind of name. Monger, like you want to say Monger or Mongerson Gilley. I don't know if he's related to country singer Mickey Gilley from Pasadena, Texas. He is in jail after police said he deleted his wife in their home in the Houston Heights neighborhood. If you're familiar with Houston, you know the Heights. The Heights is a very popular area, old school, historical preservation neighborhood, nice, beautiful, big old Victorian homes. Also popular with police, detectives a lot of them live in that area as well. It's supposed to be a safe neighborhood. Down home, alleged that the defendant took the life of his pregnant wife. They also have some young children in the home, said Lindsay Bondurant, a Harris County prosecutor. According to police, Lee Gilley called emergency services claiming his wife, Christa Gilley, committed SU, but her injuries contradicted his story. Hospital physicians and the medical examiner said her injuries were consistent with strangulation. Court documents state Lee Gilley intentionally caused his wife's death by applying pressure to Christa Gilley's neck and upper back. Wow. They also say he intentionally caused the death of an unborn child. Records show she was 9 weeks pregnant. This lady was 9 weeks pregnant. I want to say she's a nurse or a physical therapist. So she's a professional woman working in the medical field. They already have 2 little girls. You know who this story reminds me of? Remember Chris Watts in Colorado? I want to say his wife's name was Kelly Ann or Christa Ann or something, but they had 2 little girls and his wife was pregnant. Okay.
From the outside, a festive home on Alston Street, a picturesque display of pumpkins and spider webs ready for Halloween, but the horror laid inside the quaint Heights home.
It is alleged that the defendant took the life of his pregnant wife.
Police say 38-year-old Lee Gilley strangled his wife Christa to death last Monday night, but reported it to police as a suicide attempt. Court records show Lee said she overdosed, but later admitted that they had been in a fight earlier that night, and she neither was suicidal nor a drug user. Lee, now charged with capital murder, is listed as the founder of a company called DocMo, a software consulting company. His wife had her doctorate of physical therapy and worked at Memorial Hermann with cardiovascular and pulmonary patients. She was set to speak at the American Physical Therapy Association's conference in February. Her family issuing a statement today saying, quote, Christa was an amazing mother, full of love and excited to welcome her 3rd child. They were taken from this world needlessly and way too early. Going on to say they hope for justice for their daughter and her unborn child. Lee is being held in jail without bond for now. He was arrested and charged Friday. The DA's office has filed to hold him without bond until he's indicted. He'll be back before a judge on Thursday to further discuss his bond.
His pregnant wife to death remains behind bars. This happened last week on Alston Street in the Houston Heights area, and that's where we find Fox 26's Jade Fleury.
Residents in the Heights tell us that they are shocked to hear about a murder happening in their own neighborhood. And today was supposed to be Lee Gilley's first court appearance on charges of killing his wife, but that date has been reset for later this week.
Could you please stand, Mr. Gilley?
38-year-old Lee Mongerson Gilley behind bars, accused of killing his wife in their home in the quaint Heights neighborhood.
Mr. Gilley, you have been charged with the felony offense of capital murder on the basis of homicide of multiple victims. That's a capital felony.
It is alleged that the defendant took the life of his pregnant wife. They also have some young children in the home.
According to police, Gilley called 911 claiming his wife, Christa Gilley, committed suicide, but her injuries contradicted his story. Hospital physicians and the medical examiner saying her injuries were consistent with strangulation. Court documents state Lee Gilley intentionally caused his wife's death by applying pressure to Christa Gilley's neck and upper back. They also say he intentionally caused the death of an unborn child by applying pressure to his wife's neck and upper back while Christa Gilley was pregnant with their unborn child. Records show she was 9 weeks pregnant. During probable cause court on Saturday, Lee Gilley asked for bond twice, but was denied.
I'd like a bond today.
I understand that. I'm not setting a bond today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Neighbor Christine Anderson says she's lived across from the Gilleys' home for 4 years, and she's never heard any disturbances coming from across the street.
I'm just in complete shock. She was just a great neighbor.
To hear that she had, she also was pregnant, I could just start crying. I've been thinking about her all morning, and I just feel bad.
Lee Gilley's bond will be reconsidered on Thursday, but until then, he's being held in the Harris County Jail. And tomorrow, the Houston Heights community will be holding a vigil in honor of Christa Gilley. In the meantime, her children are in the hands of family members. Reporting.
Boy, as I said, he's a software consultant in the Houston Chronicle, and I wasn't able to pull that up, but they say that he's claiming the argument or the fight had to do with a car. It had to do with a car, which to me is ridiculous. These men really think the medical examiner, the doctors, the detectives are slow, that they were born last night. These people go to school, they have degrees, some of them have masters and PhDs. They was not born last night, and they're not slow. And some of this stuff is just common sense. I really would like to know more information Was he having an affair? Did he increase the life insurance? Looks like these men, these husbands, boyfriends, they start snapping, freaking out when the wife or the girlfriend gets pregnant. Or if they already have kids, maybe this is a pregnancy he didn't want. Maybe the funds, or he felt they were not financially. But if you don't want to have baby, what did Michael Jackson say? If you don't want a baby, don't get jiggy, or let your spouse know, hey, I don't want any more kids. Our finances is not where I want it to be. Hey, we got this, the new rule, the laws here in Texas and other places, no abortion. You can't have abortion. But this lady, attractive lady, educated lady, I mean, if he didn't want to be with her anymore, she could have took care of her baby on her own. Physical therapists, they are making almost the same thing as a nurse. They're making $75,000 and up. And he's a computer consultant. I've already shared with you, software consultants, IT guys, truckers, nurses. These people are making $100,000, $150,000 and up. So she would have got a good bit of child support off of his raggedy butt. And he is, to me, he looks strange. His eyes, I don't know, it's something about his eyes is just giving me the heebie-jeebies. So he wasn't about nothing. And I wonder, every time I see these stories, I'm wondering in my mind, did these women not feel or sense something was happening? Did they not have a dream or a premonition something wasn't right with hubby? I'm just wondering. So prayers go out to Miss Christa Gilley. I just wonder, I always keep wondering, been avoided. Did her friends see anything? Did the friends notice anything? Did the friends tell her something and she just didn't want to listen? I wouldn't be surprised that he either had a woman on the side like Chris Watts did, or hey, I don't know, with today's men, the metrosexual, metro hobosexual, maybe he had a boyfriend on the side. No telling, you guys. So lift these people up, lift this lady up and the babies in prayers for justice for the family. This guy should have never been let out. I wouldn't be surprised that he run off to Mexico or try to get to one of the countries where they cannot be extradited back.